Hi, kindergarten. I hope you're all doing very well. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend and a great start to the school year. Congratulations on being official patriots. We are all so proud of you, and we can't wait to see all the potential you're going to open up as you learn and grow this year and all throughout your lives. Welcome to Greensboro Academy. We are going to be using our PE time, which means physical education. Other people call it gym class. Whatever you like to call it is great. It's our time to move around, explore, using our bodies to move and pretend and play. And we're going to use our PE time to have fun with each other. So when we get into the school, all of us together, we're going to get to play games together. But while we're at home and we're learning from home, we're going to practice some of the skills that we can use and play in our own houses. Now remember, you want to be sure that you're being very careful. You're not around anything that's sharp or could break. You want to make sure that your space is clear. Everything I do, I'm trying to do in kind of a small area. So even though I might be standing in our big gym like I am here, I'm going to be doing exercises and skills and things you can work on that you can do in a smaller area. But also, if you want to take them out into a bigger area and remember them, you can do that as well. So you can go outside if your parents say it's okay. You can go outside and play and do these things as well and maybe have a little more room to run around. But let's get started. At the beginning of every class, we're going to do something called a warm-up. A warm-up just gets our bodies ready to move. So we're going to practice a warm-up with a few exercises today, and then we're going to do some stretches. Now we do stretching because when our muscles get nice and warmed up, they need to be able to move well. And the best way to get them to move well is to stretch them out so they have the whole muscle to move. So we're going to get started. Here I am, and I'm going to move my little head up here a little bit, but we're going to play our warm-up, and I'm going to wave hi to you here. We're going to start off by doing some jumping jacks. Jumping jacks look like this. See if you can do this too. We're going to be doing jumping jacks, putting our feet out and hands out, and then our feet together and hands together. Take a deep breath. We're going to do it again. Some jumping jacks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a deep breath. Now we're going to do something called swimmers. For swimmers, we're going to be moving our arms around like we're swimming through the ocean or through a pool or wherever you like to swim. We have swimmers. So put your feet on the ground and arms go spinning one at a time. Great job. Keep it up. That's wonderful. Now stand up tall. Take a deep breath because those swimmers are tough. Whew, I needed a deep breath. I can tell you that for sure. Now we're going to put our hands out and our feet apart, and we're going to pretend to sit down and then stand back up. Let's do that about 10 times. That's 2 times for me. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what it looks like. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I only did 9. Well, if you did 9, that's great. You can do 10 if you want. All right. Now we're going to do something called crunches. Now this is just where you lay down on your back and you try and pick your shoulders up off the ground. One way that you know you're doing crunches right is we're waking up our belly muscles. So those muscles that are around our belly button, they're called our abdominal muscles. That's a big word. We're going to crunch them. So we're going to use those muscles to pull our shoulders up. Good job. Now go ahead and sit up tall. Relax a minute. Now we're going to lift our legs up. We're going to wake our legs up. So we're going to lift our legs up one at a time. So as we lift those legs up, they're going to go up high and then back down one at a time. Now, some of you may even be able to lift up both your legs at the same time. That's awesome if you can. You can give it a try. I'm going to do that in just a minute. I'm going to try and lift up 2 legs. But if you want to stick to just 1 leg at a time, that's totally cool. We're just warming up our bodies, getting them ready to move. All right, now it's time to stretch. So have a seat on your floor, crisscross. Take a nice deep breath. You are probably going to be able to stretch way better than me, I bet. So when you're stretching, put your hands up high, reach forward, keep that bottom on the floor, because if your bottom pops up, it kind of messes up your stretch and your back doesn't stretch out quite as good. So keep your bottom on the floor and stay crisscross. All right, arms back up, drop an arm down. We're going to reach to one side. Keep that bottom on the floor again. Don't tip over like a glass of milk you don't want to spill. Then we're going to go over to the other side. You're reaching up high, doing a good job, taking a deep breath. All right, then you're going to put one foot out. Keep that other foot up there where it was. And put one foot out, reach up, and then reach forward. Try and keep your knee as straight as you can so that the back of your leg feels a little bit stretched. Some of you might even be able to lay down on that leg. I've seen some incredible things in my day. So I'm excited about when we get everybody back together, because we do that and we're going to be able to see everybody else stretching so well. Fantastic job. Now we're going to spin around, lay back. We're going to hug our knee. So give your knee a big hug. Pull it close to your chest. Let that back kind of relax. All right, and we're going to hug the other knee because it was getting a little bit jealous. We want to hug that other knee real tight, real close to us. Some of you may be able to get that knee even closer to your chest than I can, but you're the pros. All right, we're going to lay back, and now we're going to do something called a twist. Go ahead and put those knees together and twist over the side, but try and keep your shoulders and your back flat on the floor. If your shoulders in your back and maybe even your arms laid out like that, that feels real nice. Take a deep breath. Don't fall asleep on me. This is one you can fall asleep on. Don't fall asleep. There we go. Great job, everybody. Now we're going to stop there for our warm-up. You've done a great job. Now we're going to move into our next thing, which is our animal movements for the day. Our animal movements are movements that we're going to be doing. And up here above me and below me, you can see some that are coming up. But take a look at the screen over here. We're going to be looking at 10 animals today, and we're going to be pretending to be those animals. So let's look at the animals that we are going to pretend to be. First, we're looking at the bird. A bird flaps its wings and flies high in the sky. Bird starts with B, bird. So we're going to pretend to be birds in just a minute. You and me both. Next, we have a seal. A seal is kind of funny. They have flippers that help them swim, but they're not real great for walking. So seals have to move on their front flippers, and they kind of use their back little flippers a little bit, but they pretty much just drag them around. So a seal, seal, is our second animal. Our third one, that's an exciting one. You probably know this animal too. This is a cheetah. A cheetah has spots, but cheetahs are known famously because they are such fast runners. Cheetah, C-H, cheetah. We're going to be doing some cheetah running in a little while. Next, we have an elephant. Big elephant with a big trunk. Look at that big old trunk and those tusks on that elephant. This elephant is an elephant whose elephant name starts with E. E. That's an E for elephant. Elephant. So we're going to move around like an elephant with big trunks in just a minute. Crab. Have you ever seen a crab? Boy, I tell you what, I've seen a crab before. They got little pinchers on them, these little pinchers, but they move kind of funny. We're going to move special like a crab in just a little while. Crab. C starts with C, crab. The next animal I act like is a snake. Snake. S. Snake. We're going to be acting like a snake, slithering around. Look at this. I think that might be a corn snake. Some of you might know more about snakes than me. But snakes. Snake, and we're going to move around like a snake. Can't wait. This one's a funny one. This is a chicken. Now, chickens aren't naturally funny, but they're kind of funny to move like. Chickens are very important. They give us eggs. They give us chicken. They give us a fun time out on the farm. So chickens, just like cheetahs, cheetah, chicken, starts with a C and has an H, C-H, chicken, like a choo-choo train. This is a chicken. So we're going to be moving like chickens. Ooh, one of my favorites, bear. This is a big old bear. Bear. B for bear. B, bear. We're going to be moving like a bear, lumbering around through the, well, here a stream, maybe a forest. Wherever the bear is, that's how we're going to move, like a bear. I like this one. I've seen some kids who like this one too. This is a kangaroo, a big jumper. Uses those big legs to jump. K for kangaroo. Last animal we're going to pretend to be today is an inchworm. These are tiny little worms. They fit on the edge of a leaf. Look at that. But they move their bodies up and then they move their bodies out flat. Inchworm starts with the letter I. Inchworm. I. Inchworm. All right, so what do you say we move around a little bit? Let's see here. Here we go. So on my videos, I don't actually write backwards, but over here on this board, you can kind of see the animals we're going to be doing, but they're all written backwards. That's because the video does that. I'm not so good at writing backwards. But let's get started. Find some space where you can move. I'm saying hi, and here we go. Get ready. We're about to move like a bird. Can you flap your arms like a bird? Give it a try. Flap those arms. You can stand still if you have a little room. You can walk around, flapping your arms like a bird. Some birds even soar, so they don't even flap their arms too much, but what they do is they do this. They move around and kind of ride the air. You're doing great. Fantastic. Then we're going to fly back to our starting place, and there's a bird all around. Keep on flying like a bird. That's fun to do. Our next animal is the seal. You remember that seal? It walks around on its flippers. That's a seal. So we're going to pretend to be a seal. I'm going to get down on the floor. Get down with me. We're going to lift our bodies off the ground with our hands, and we're going to drag our feet along the ground. Drag those feet right behind you all the way across your space, wherever it is. Then I'm going to stand up because I'm a big seal myself, and then I'm going to get back down, and I'm going to try and drag myself back across the area. So we're dragging ourselves like a seal. That's fun to do. All right. After a seal, we're working on a cheetah. Move those arms fast. Even though cheetahs have 4 legs, we have 2, so we're going to move our arms just as fast as our feet. And you can cheetah right in place. You can cheetah in a small area. If you're outside and you're running around, be a cheetah outside and run around. That's fun to do too. So be a cheetah. Nice job. Whew, that's a workout, let me tell you. Time to take a little break. You know elephants, the big trunk, E for elephant. Well, we're going to pretend we have a trunk too. Can you move around like an elephant? Elephants like to swing their trunk around and spray water at their friends and give themselves showers with it, and then they use their trunk to eat. We're not going to eat right now, but they do it. It's pretty cool. So you can walk around, you can move around like a big old elephant. All right, now we're going to get a little bit smaller. We're going to move like that funny animal, the crab. C for crab. C, crab. We're going to sit down on the floor, get our bottoms off the floor by putting our feet and our hands on the ground. And then we're going to move our feet and our hands like this. When you're moving your feet and your hands, you're doing it just right. Keep on moving those feet and those hands all over the place. You can scoot your body around. You can walk forward. You can walk backward. It's fun to do. You can even spin around. If you're in place, you can just kind of rock back and forth if you don't have too much space to move there. All right, next up we have a snake. Now this is how snakes generally move, right? But snakes can't stand up too well because they don't have any legs or feet. So we're going to scoot ourselves across the floor. Now this is a large snake you are seeing trying to get across the floor. That is not the most graceful snake you've ever seen. I bet you're a better snake than me, but I give it my best shot. That's my snake. You can practice this all you want. You can pause the video and do it. Here's a fun one. This is a chicken. Now there's something called a chicken dance. You'll learn that if you don't already know it, if you ever go to a big game or something like that. But the chicken dance can be played here, or you can pretend to be a chicken. You can walk around, peck your head like a chicken, do anything you like. All right, we have Be Bear. Here comes our big bear. The big bear lumbers. Watch this. You pick up the same hand and the same foot, and you go hand, foot, hand, foot, right across your space. Then the bears like to spin around. Maybe you're walking through a stream. Ooh, that feels nice. You see a fish go by, you can eat it. You're a big bear. You bear walk as much as you want. You can pause the video if you want to. All right, we're going to move on though to a kangaroo. You've seen kangaroos. They jump off 2 feet. They have those big tails. We don't have tails, thank goodness. They jump off their 2 feet and they jump far, but they land on 2 feet too. So when you jump, try and jump off 2 feet. Try and land on 2 feet. You can jump all directions. Kangaroos, I don't know if they jump backwards, but this kangaroo does, and you can too, as long as you have space behind you to do that. All right, now we're finishing up with our 10th animal, inchworm. Starts with I. Get like this. Use your little toes to walk yourself up so your bottom sticks up in the air, and then you're going to walk your hands forward. Toes walk up. Walk your hands forward. This one's fun to do. Toes walk up. See how my knees are staying straight? Then you can walk forward just like that. Fantastic job. Those are our 10 animals for the week. Now this week, when you replay our video, you can replay our PE video every day. Play all those animals each day. You can have a good time with them. And you can always pause my video and you can work on an animal at a time, and that's great to do. All right. Well, fantastic job today, kindergarten. Now, I want to tell you 2 things I need you to do. The first is you're going to go and click on this slideshow. It's not part of this video. It's its own video, but it's on the same tab where you found my video today. So if you look below this video on your Google Classroom tab for the PE assignment, you'll see this video. It's You Are Special. I want you to watch that video. It's only 1 minute 46 seconds long, but it's very important that you see it and you take it in and understand it. Okay, so watch this video as well as your movement video that we're doing right now. The second thing I need you to make a special note of, you may need some help from your parents, but there's a little question, just one question, I need you to answer for me this week. I need you to answer the animal movement question. This question is, what is your favorite animal movement? And when you answer it, you can go down your list and you can pick the animal that you like moving like the most. So if I said, oh, well, I like moving like the chicken the most, then I might click the circle next to chicken. After you click it, you're going to hit submit on the bottom of your form. So I need you to do those 3 things. You can watch this video every day and move around during your PE time. And I need you to watch the special video you are special, and I need you to fill out this form just one time this week. Kindergarten, it's wonderful spending this time with you. I can't wait to see you in the very near future. Here's some of our animals. And I hope you have a wonderful week at school. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you soon.